Whew, I just woke up from a nightmare. Oh man, all the sales messages out there are filtered and blocked. Ruben, what can we do about this?
So I have this recurring nightmare when it comes to sales, literally the process of sales, which is that eventually our messages as sales leaders completely get blocked. SMS, email, LinkedIn, any type of direct message eventually goes into a place where someone can't see it. It goes into that black hole of the promo folder, the ignored folder. And this is a recurring nightmare.
Ruben, you don't have to worry about filtering or being blocked. You can make a difference.
Can?
Can. Content, audience, network. Can. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of RevShow. I'm Rob.
And I'm Ruben.
Today is all about the YouTube salesperson. That's right. You can make a difference with content, audience, and network. Can.
One of the biggest themes in technology and user experience, and really the way that we live our lives, is towards privacy and safety. And we believe in that future. It makes a lot of sense for everyone. But at the same time, we as sales leaders need to understand how this is going to affect our efforts. What does it look like when there's more promo folders, there's more spam folders, there's more filters, there's more ways, frankly, to get blocked? I know that has a grim outlook, but I promise you there's a silver lining at the end of this. And hopefully this video will be the sign that inspires you to activate your channel with your content, for your audience, and with your network. Can. And that is what Rob is talking about. Not a canned response, but a canned method. A salesperson's worst nightmare is to be ignored. Because if they're ignored, they're not making connections with people. And if they're not making connections with people, they're obviously not making sales. Not to mention, it's not the best thing for our mental health to be ignored by people. It's not easy to make 100 cold calls every day, to email 100 people, to send videos to your prospects and then have no one respond to you. Crickets, right? Nobody likes that. It is not good for us. And frankly, it's a waste of our time. Now, the way to solve this is to put your message on the most searched networks on the planet. In fact, if you think about it, YouTube and all the other social networks, they are like all of the TV networks combined times a million. Think about that for a second. We all are empowered to have access to the largest network on the planet. The question is, are we going to take the effort to create the content for our audience?
So now that we understand what the landscape looks like in sales, the current landscape, let's talk about what it really means to be a YouTube salesperson. Have you heard of YouTube? I think you probably have. If you haven't, I'm scared for you. Okay, YouTube is the ultimate place to learn and watch videos for fun, watch videos for education, learn about different products and services. YouTube is the go-to in terms of a plethora of options in terms of learning about any subject or product. When you're a YouTube salesperson, you've obviously come to the revelation that, wow, I need to be doing my things online. I need to go on Google. I need to go jump on YouTube. I need to jump on these search engines that everyone uses to look for their products or services. So the number one thing you want to do when you're a YouTube salesperson is, number one, is search for what your clients might be searching for. Put search queries into Google. What would my clients be looking for? What are they not looking for? What are their challenges? What are their aspirations? Put these searches in there so you have an idea of what they're going to be looking for. The second part about being a YouTube salesperson is understanding that you've got to create what? Content. You've got to create content for those videos. But when you've done step one and you know what your clients are looking for and what they're not looking for, you have a basis for creating your content for someone to watch. And the third part about being a YouTube salesperson is understanding that once you've created your content and you have your video, what's the next thing that someone needs to do once they've watched your video? They've got to take action, right? So you always want to have your link in bio below. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but you've set yourself up for success as a YouTube salesperson if you've looked for what your clients are searching for, you've created the content online with your videos in YouTube, and you understand that you have a call to action below, which is your link in bio.
Let's think about what Rob just said. Go to Google or YouTube right now and search what your clients and your prospects are searching for. Now, this could be geo-specific, this could be industry-specific, this could be problem-specific, this could be specific to a countless number of things. But the point here is to see, who are those listings from? Are they from your competitors? Are they from alternate providers? Who is dominating the viewership on those topics? If it's not you, don't worry, all is not lost. We are here to support you on that. The key here is to create a content calendar for the relevant search topics and then to start creating content. Now remember, planning is a big part of this, which we'll get into in a moment. So the first thing to think about is who is your target audience. This is so critically important. Where do they live? What problems are they trying to solve? What is their psychographic? Once you understand this, you can start to create content specific to them. And the second thing is, what are the problems that they are trying to solve? Because in this day and age, most search queries start with how to, and then whatever the problem is. How to make a better smoothie, how to train my cat to use the litter box outside, and how to actually play the guitar if I'm just pretending on video.
And the third part of the strategy is to obviously create a YouTube channel and start creating that content, because when you're consistent about your content, it creates more conversations, and at the end of the day, it creates more conversions. Because remember, the key is when you're creating your content consistently, you're creating more conversations, which create more conversions.
And now you're probably sold on being a YouTube salesperson. So let's get into the daily flow. So the 3 steps here are, number 1, to find your topics. Finding your topics means you're creating a content calendar. You're creating a body of content specific for your target audience. And the second is producing, the actual recording. You can self-produce, you can have post-production with editing and music and B-roll, or you can simply go live. Now the beauty of going live is that you get to instantly publish your content directly to the social platform of your choice. Hopefully YouTube is your choice, because the content lives forever. It's evergreen, whereas on social channels, it's ephemeral. Eventually, it slowly disappears down a feed, no one can find it. So YouTube is going to be the most long-lasting opportunity when it comes to your sales. And the last piece is your funnel, and specifically your link in bio. So think about this for a second. If someone is watching in your video, you need to give them a clear call to action. Now, you don't want to be salesy about it, but you do want to provide a means so they can follow up, click on a link, book a time in your schedule. And these things can exist. Number 1 is the link in your bio, which is the link that exists in your about section or your profile section, and also in the caption or the description of the video. All of those places allow clicks, and they're hyperlinked, which means you can have a link where people can click on it, visit it, book a time in your calendar, click on a call to action, and even put their credit card in. Because after all, these plastic credit cards might go away, but credit is not going away, because everyone is going to have a digital wallet. Now, the thing that is so important about this is setting up your technological infrastructure. That's right, your tech. These are your landing pages, your automated workflows, your forms, any ways to drive engagement with your prospects and your clients. Here's what we recommend. Put specific links in all your YouTube videos and your bio link with a video landing page. Tell your story, explain to people how you can help them, and then give them clear calls to action. Give them the ability to book a time in your calendar. Give them the ability to fill out a form or to watch additional videos to learn more about what you offer. So remember, every single video that you put out there is like a sales rep for you. So make it count and give people a clear call to action. The video landing page that you provide to them should not be difficult to make. And what's amazing about it is that people will feel a connection to you. They will see a video of you and have clear calls to action where they can take the next step to work with you. The key here is consistency. Now, one of the things that you'll realize from this effort is that you are going to get to a place of scaling, which means that you won't necessarily have to increase the amount of effort and the people that are working on this content to increase the number of leads and new clients that you're acquiring. But you will want to think about how you can build a team to help you with this process, because it will be an effort between the video production to the publishing to managing the funnel and the content calendar, and not to mention operating the business and actually providing the value that you do. With all of those things, it will be a significant effort. So start to think how you can build your 1992 dream team.
Hey, what do you got? What's the question? The 92 dream team, starting lineup, whole team? Okay, I'll give you the whole team. So Coach Daly, number 1, he was the head coach. Starting lineup, Magic, Jordan, Bird, Barkley, David Robinson, I believe. The backups were Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Scottie Pippen, Chris Mullin, Christian Laettner, how could I forget about him, the only college guy? Clyde Drexler. Funny story about the dream team. John Stockton, one of the best players in NBA history, point guard. He was over there, had his camcorder, walking around, filming stuff when he's away from the team, out in the public. Nobody even notices him because John Stockton's a typical looking guy. You'd never even think he played in the NBA. So this fan comes up and says, hey, yeah, this is great. Have you seen the Dream Team? And Stockton's filming her with the video camera and says, have you seen anyone on the team? She's like, oh man, not yet. I hope to meet one of them. And then John Stockton's wearing a t-shirt that has a caricature of all the players. And John Stockton's son points to one of the characters on the t-shirt and it's his dad. And she starts pointing to the character and the woman's like, who's that? He's like, well, that's me. She's like, oh my God, you play on the Dream Team. So John Stockton, the only player from the 1992 Dream Team that could walk around in public and not even be noticed. Crazy. Thanks for watching this episode, everybody. As usual, if you liked it, like it. If you want to put a comment below, fantastic. You can put a Dubb video below. And please consider subscribing to the channel. We love putting this content together. And by the way, we talked about the 1992 Dream Team today. Get your YouTube content out there. Get your Dream Team together and make it happen. See you next episode.
I don't know what my line is. What's my line? What's my line?
You are make connectivity based on research. This is number 2.
Okay, here we go.
Make sure you say number 2. Number 2.